Hey, 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 here we are today on day 60. Examples. What I did, right? So, on this fourth time of talking about Fresh Start, one of the things that really set me apart is that I understood exactly who my ideal avatar was. My ideal target market, that person that I talked to in every ad, in every radio spot, and trained all of our customers to be and trained all of my staff to listen out for, right? So understanding, like you've heard create your target market before, you've heard, create an avatar, but I don't know if you've gone as deep as I went with Fresh Start Telephone. And here's what I mean by that is that I understood that chick. She wasn't me, because I didn't even have a baby at this time. But Tanisha had two kids. That was her name. She had two kids. She was a single mom, had a really great government job, making about $45,000 to $50,000, needed a home phone no matter what because her kids were little. She needed a way that if she had to go out in the evening, her kids could dial 911, her kids could call the neighbor, call their relatives, and get help if she wanted to work her part-time job. Wow. She watched TV at the time. She watched lots of television shows. She loved soap operas, so she taped them during the day, watched them at night. She didn't read the newspaper. She read a couple of magazines, maybe Essence, um, but I knew her intricately. So when I created radio spots, right, when I wrote them, one of my employees actually recorded the radio spots, Miss Juanita. She was so funny, and her delivery was so amazing, that literally, like, the NAACP tried to shut me down because she talked in such a way that it was deemed inappropriate, right? And they wanted to shut me down. They said that my commercial was degrading to my customer. But at the end of the day, I knew exactly who my customer was, and she loved coming to Fresh Start. She loved coming in because guess what? We talked to her in a language that she understood. So that when she heard our radio commercial, she would pull over and write down the number so that she could call it when she got to work, right? When she heard our radio commercial, she said, oh, I need to figure out and go to these people and sign up. I say that to you because our radio commercial, what made it really work was the fact that I understood Tanisha. I understood her. I wrote to her. I wrote about her in my ads. I wrote about scenarios that were going on in her life so that the ads sounded exactly like the conversations she was having with her best friends. I knew her intimately. And so here's the deal. If you really want to make your marketing, your advertising as profitable as possible, you need to understand your customer as well as I understood Tanisha. Because literally, I would get 400 to 600 calls per month off of this radio ad. 400 to 600 calls for service, right? Now, we still needed them to drive over because this was before the internet, right? So they couldn't sign up over the internet. They still had to figure out a way to get to our one and only office. I didn't have offices all over town. We just had one. They had to figure out how to get there. There were a lot of signs, right, that would stop them. Lots of red flags that stopped them from coming over. But boy, once they got there, we closed every single person that walked in that door. 100% because we talked to Tanisha. So that is your wonderful assignment today, is understanding who your who is, right? Understanding that person forward and backwards, understanding the struggles that he or she is going through, because people buy services and products. So even if you are going your business to another business, if you sell only to businesses, right? Even if you own an HVAC company and you only sell to commercial properties, it's still one person normally making that decision and one person signing that check. What is going on with them? What do they like? What do they read? What do they watch on TV? Do they watch TV? Are they on social media? Right? All of those questions, understanding that person forward and backwards so that you can do all that you need to do to talk directly to them. All right, that's all I got on day 66. Let's go finish watching the Grammys. All right. I love you for free. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.